Coming up, let the games begin.
To be the first medal for Team USA in the first medal ceremony of this Olympic Games, it's amazing. It feels insane.
The Summer Olympics are underway. We're in Paris with everything you need to know. The history, the athletes.
I knew I had the whole U.S. behind me. I knew I had these 5 guys cheering me on.
And those gold medals.
It was crazy. I've been dreaming of this moment for a long time now.
Then street cred. Team USA brings home 2 medals in men's street skateboarding.
It was not the same vibe here. No, I came into this Olympic Games feeling very much like I belong on the podium.
Jagger, Eaton, and Nyjah Huston will be here.
Man, it feels great. It feels great to get this medal for Team USA with this guy right here. And put on for the country.
Plus, hats off to Paris, the story behind the Olympic mascot. And sweet treat.
Is that the biggest house you've ever made?
Yeah, that's the biggest I did. Would you be able to eat the whole house?
No.
No, never.
I would.
Our Kids Edition correspondents take us inside the world of French chocolate here.
So what do you think Paris is most known for? Chocolate, croissants, or cheese?
I mean, it's a global combo, right?
How does chocolate here compare to back home? We find out.
Bon appetit!
This is NBC Nightly News Kids Edition.
Welcome back to Nightly News Kids Edition. Great to be with you guys here, and by here I mean Paris. Bonjour from France. We're covering the Summer Olympics. You can see the Eiffel Tower behind me, the gigantic Olympic rings. It's an amazing view from here, and the Eiffel Tower has one of the starring roles in these games. Well, guys, we have an amazing lineup ahead. If you're watching the games and wondering how you can become Olympian one day, we'll hear from some members of Team USA with important advice.
Just keep it up, keep having fun. I've always had fun in this sport, so I appreciate everyone that's been a part of my journey.
Plus, is tug of war an Olympic sport? We have the answer coming up, and of course, our picture of the week will not disappoint. But first, let's begin with the games and the history. This is the 3rd time Paris is hosting the Olympics, a global event where top athletes from around the world come together in one location to compete against each other and go for the gold. The Paris Summer Olympics are underway, marking the 3rd time the capital city of France has played host.
Paris is hosting the Games for the 3rd time, which puts it in very elite company. I'm sure that anybody who's here is happy we got a chance to return to this spectacular city.
Did you know the first modern-day Olympic Games took place in Athens, Greece in 1896? 14 nations took part in the competition. Then, 4 years later, Paris hosted the 2nd Olympic Games in 1900, with women competing for the first time. And the city once again played host in 1924. Now, 100 years later, Paris is back again on the world stage. The city's undeniable charms have already made this one of the most talked about Olympics in recent memory. My favorite part of covering the Olympics is the surprises. We never really know what's going to happen. A favorite can have a bad day. An underdog can suddenly come from behind. In the pool this week, a thrilling victory for Team USA in the 100-meter butterfly. Tori Husk beating teammate Gretchen Walsh by just 0.04 of a second.
It was crazy. I've been dreaming of this moment for a long time now. To be up there and to win that race and then to do it with Gretchen for Team USA, it's unbelievable.
It's a dream come true to even be on that podium.
Meantime, Cassidy Cook and Sarah Bacon secured the very first medal for Team USA, winning silver in the women's synchronized 3-meter.
To be the first medal for Team USA in the first medal ceremony of this Olympic Games, it's amazing. It feels insane.
Can you tell me about the history of the Olympic medals?
That's a good question. I had a chance to see the Summer Olympic medal collection up close here in Paris.
So this is on loan from the Olympic Museum in Lausanne. And these are all the medals from the modern Summer Games, starting with 1896 in Athens.
But there was one big difference back then. It's only 2, though.
There are only 2, because in 1896 they only had 2 medals, the silver medal and the bronze medal. And they didn't introduce the 3rd medal until the 1900 Paris Games.
The tradition of handing out gold, silver, and bronze medals wasn't introduced until the 1904 Games in St. Louis, Missouri. And guess what? The medals for this year's Paris Summer Olympics include the ultimate souvenir.
That's actually a piece of the Eiffel Tower.
So the idea is that you were taking home, literally taking home a piece of Paris.
That's right.
Not just the experience, but a literal symbol. Each Olympic medal contains a piece of original iron from the Eiffel Tower.
To get to an Olympic level, you really are the best of the world. And then to win a medal, there's no other larger moment.
One person who knows a thing or two about medals is swimming legend Michael Phelps. Phelps is the world's most decorated Olympian, winning 23 gold medals, 3 silver, and 2 bronze. What is it like to stand on the medals platform and have someone place a medal around your neck?
Winning a gold medal is the greatest thing I've ever done in my athletic career. Listening to the national anthem play, it's the most rewarding thing in the world. For me, every time I was up there, I was doing it for my country. I was super proud to wear the Stars and Stripes, and I knew what that meant. It was absolutely everything. It was a dream come true.
Now, the athletes here in Paris are hoping for their own dreams to come true. It's certainly thrilling to watch. Okay, time for our pop quiz. The question, true or false, was tug of war ever an Olympic sport? I'll give you a few seconds to think about it. Okay, time's up. The answer is true. Tug of war was indeed an Olympic sport, appearing for the first time at the Paris Games in 1900. The tug of war continued on the Olympic program up into and including the 1920 Olympic Games. Well, Team USA has captured a whole lot of medals during the first week of competition here, including in a sport that's a fan favorite of a lot of kids. We're talking about skateboarding. Earlier this week, Jagger Eaton won the silver and Nyjah Huston won the bronze in men's street skateboarding. It's the second Olympic Games for both athletes who returned to Paris with their sights on medaling and delivered. Jagger, if I recall when we last talked, you competed in Japan. You didn't think you were going to medal, and you did. Kind of the same thing here?
It was not the same vibe here. No, I came into this Olympic Games feeling very much like I belonged on the podium. I had a win in Shanghai a few months back, and I felt really good about my stuff then. I felt really good about my stuff now.
And Nyjah, you came up empty in Tokyo. What's it like to medal?
Man, it feels great. It feels great to get this medal for Team USA with this guy right here. Put on for the country. I think both of us feel like, you know, we would have loved to get that gold, but man, it's hard to go out there with expectations these days when all these guys are so good, man. Everyone out there has such a good chance of winning.
You know what I love about your sport is you guys seem to root for each other, not just as teammates, but as people doing this discipline.
Yeah, I think there's something about skateboarding that's so special, and I feel like it stems from the fear that comes from what we're doing, right? Like, I have so much respect for what he does on the skateboard, what Yuto does, what Sora does, what Riso Tori does. I have respect for everybody because I know what it's like to be scared and do tricks under pressure, and that's where that mutual respect comes from, that camaraderie.
This is a really important thought for our kids' audience about being afraid. Is that part of being good?
Fear is a part of life. Fear is a part of any sport that you want to be the best at. I think that in skateboarding, it's really prevalent because of how common injury is.
Are you afraid when you're out there, Nyjah?
Skateboarding is gnarly, man. Skateboarding is gnarly. Honestly, I feel like I feed off the fear. I need that like adrenaline rush. I love that. Man, I'm used to street skating 20, 30 plus stair rails. So honestly, the stuff out there we're skating is pretty small compared to some of the stuff I skate in my video parts.
There are a lot of sports we're watching here in Paris. A lot of them take a lot of equipment, a lot of access to practice and that sort of thing. With skateboarding, it feels like you just need a skateboard and you just need to go do it. Is that I don't want to oversimplify.
Adrenaline and headphones.
Yeah, I personally love that about skateboarding. It's so simple, you know. You don't need a bunch of gear. You don't even need the best skate park to go skate. You don't have to be out there doing the hardest tricks to be a skateboarder and to have fun skating.
Just enjoy it. Enjoy the fact that Once you get on a skateboard, no one's ever gonna skate like you. No one's ever gonna ride the same terrain. No one's ever gonna do the same trick the way you do it. Me and Nyjah may do similar tricks, but we both do it differently. The way we flick, the way we pop, the way we catch, it's all different, which is what's really unique about skateboarding, is that when you get on the board for the first time, whether you're little or small, you are creating. And it's your chance to do that, to have that freedom.
What is your advice to kids who just saw you guys tear it up and they want to do that?
Man, start young. I think that's something that we both got a good head start on.
Like 5, 6, 7?
I started when I was like 4 or 5, yeah.
Wow.
And then I won my first little beginner contest when I was 6. But man, it's really just be willing to push through those hard falls and the pain and getting back up over and over and doing it again. And like you said, that's like that transfers over into everyday life. And I think it's really important.
I always say starting young, because when you're young, you can't even comprehend pain yet.
Yeah.
You just hurt your shin and you cry, and then you're like, oh, wait, I'm fine. I got ice cream, I'm good. I would say that was the best. That's the best way to start young. But even if you're starting, if you're in your teens or even in your 20s, just enjoy it. Enjoy the feeling of riding a skateboard, because there really is nothing like it. You know what I mean? It's one of those feelings where you just want to get that recreation, you know, and do it with people, do it with friends. It's a lot like golf, where it feels amazing when you're doing it with people that you love, with your friends and family. It's unbelievable.
Do we anticipate seeing you guys in Los Angeles in 4 years?
Oh, I'm gonna do my best.
I'm saying yes to both of us.
This guy,
I'm saying yes to the duo.
This guy is super confident on getting there.
Time now for our picture of the week. Brazilian surfer Gabriel Medina defying gravity in an early contender for the most iconic shot of the Paris Olympics. That is awesome. All right, in this week's Around the Globe series, a sweet assignment for a trio of our Kids Edition correspondents in Paris. Their mission, find out just what makes French chocolate so unique and special.
We're at the Olympics, and Paris runs on chocolate. Let's go check it out.
Très gourmand au chocolat au lait.
Chocolate is a big deal in Paris.
Milk chocolate, white chocolate, and dark chocolate.
I grabbed my sister and brother for one sweet assignment.
It's really good.
Inside this popular shop in Paris, chocolate is everywhere.
So what do you think Paris is most known for? Chocolate, croissants, or cheese?
I mean, it's a global combo, right?
Yeah.
One doesn't go without the other. We put cheese on bread, and we like our croissant with chocolate, you know, our pain au chocolat. So everything goes well together. But what we're known for is most definitely chocolate.
What do you think is most famous? Dark chocolate, milk chocolate, or white chocolate?
I would say either dark or milk. And in terms of what is most famous, I would say the dark really shows all of its flavor profiles the best.
What's your secret?
Our secret is in all the passion from our chocolate makers. So we have a workshop just outside of Paris, and all of our chocolatiers are passionate about what they do. They're passionate specifically about flavors and taste, and they really come up with the best ideas. They love to try new things. They go crazy with like spices or fruits, things like that, and they really come up with like amazing recipes that you don't get to try a lot. You can go ahead and try it.
This one looks so pretty.
We got to sample some really unique chocolates.
It's really good.
This one is with hazelnuts.
I tried one that's made with mango and basil.
I can taste the basil in it.
Yeah, you can taste the basil. Do you taste the mango?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
The basil's just really strong though.
Yeah, it's true. And the mango really brings that sweet taste to it, right? It's a good way to, instead of putting more sugar, then you have a sweet fruit like mango, which kind of adds to the sweetness of the chocolate.
Did you know that chocolate is actually made from a bean? It's called the cacao bean, and it grows on trees near the equator, which is in the middle of the world.
So the equatorial belt is really all around the world, next to the equator. So basically where there's a warm and humid climate, that's the best place where the cocoa beans can grow.
So we source chocolates from all around the world. A lot of the chocolates we use for our ganache is from Venezuela. And in general, we try to have lighter taste chocolates for the covering so that it doesn't overpower the tastes that we want to bring up. So for example, we have one from Papua New Guinea, which is very, very smoky because it comes from a volcanic region. And so we don't pair it with something else. We just keep it as it is because it's so strong.
Who knew chocolate could even taste like a volcano? After our taste test, we headed downstairs to the workshop where we found lots of sweet surprises.
Whoa, oh my goodness.
We built this house with chocolate.
Wow.
This is a big house of chocolate.
Is that the biggest house you've ever made?
Yeah, that's the biggest I did. Would you be able to eat the whole house?
No.
No, never.
I would.
You, yeah. You like hot chocolate?
Yeah.
Who wants to try?
We also tried some really amazing hot chocolate.
You gotta do it by yourself?
Yeah.
Stop.
That's really good. And we ended our tour by making our very own Paris-themed treats.
We are going to do some chocolate lollipops. What do we have here? It's melted chocolate. Whoa, 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 there is a lot, there is a lot. There is too much chocolate. How are we gonna do? One end on the top. We lost one. Good? Oh, there is chocolate everywhere. Very good, Juju. Good job. And then we're going to put it in the fridge.
Do you live here?
In the chocolate company?
Yeah.
In the shop?
Yeah, do you live here?
Yeah, I live here. Almost here.
Where's your bed?
Just put something here, and I'm sitting here.
Oh.
That's a joke. I live in Paris, but not here. Not far away from here, because I have to come here every day to do chocolate for all the kids.
Could you make a replica of me in chocolate?
We could be you.
Could you do
everything.
Could you?
We just need mold, so we can create a mold. I heard something. I think the Eiffel Tower are ready.
What?
We already spent 3 hours together. It's a lot.
What?
We have 3 amazing Eiffel Tower. And someone asked me before if we can have gold Eiffel Tower.
It's so pretty.
And now we have the real Eiffel Tower.
Bon appetit!
Guys, that was terrific. Thanks so much. And by the way, I hope you saved some chocolate for this guy. Turning to this week's Spotlight, the Olympic mascots have a long history of being the ambassadors of the Games. And here in Paris, some folks are wondering what the story is behind the Paris Olympic mascot. We get details from our friend Stephanie Gosk.
At the Olympics, the mascot plays a starring role, hyping the crowd, taking selfies on t-shirts, keychains, and magnets. But there's a question a lot of people have this summer in Paris. What is this?
What is this? What is it? Well, it's the Olympic mascot. What did you think it was when you first saw it?
I don't know.
Neither did I.
Are these the arms?
Well, I think they're the arms. These are certainly the legs.
Turns out the mascot is actually a hat.
The character is Frige.
A what?
How's your French pronunciation?
Not great.
Frige.
Frige.
Pretty good. A little bit more. Frige. Ah, there you go. Perfect.
Podcaster Oliver G is just being nice. My pronunciation is terrible.
How do you spell it? Do it very slowly.
Okay, P, silent P, H, R, Y, G, E, S.
A hat with huge significance in French history.
During the French Revolution in the 1780s, they were wearing this as a sign of liberty, you know, getting away from the monarchy.
In fact, the frige was worn at the famous storming of the Bastille, right where Oliver and I are standing.
Imagine in the 1780s there was a big prison there, and it was stormed. This is the start of the French Revolution, revolutionaries wearing hats similar to this.
Becoming an important symbol of liberty and freedom.
They stormed the Bastille in the frige?
In the frige, with one of these mascots tucked under their arm.
Not exactly, but the popularity of the hat stuck in paintings and in the culture. So when it was announced as the mascot to the 2024 Olympic Games, the French were thrilled.
Kiosks like this one are set up all across the city. This one is by the Arc de Triomphe. They sell all sorts of stuff in there, mugs, bags, and of course mascots, and they are flying off the shelves.
A recent poll showed 75% of the French public approve of the frige, and the French don't often agree on much. But who can resist a human-sized hat with a history and a smile? strolling the Champs-Elysees.
Stephanie, thanks very much. Finally, some members of Team USA are sharing what it's like to compete here in Paris and be a part of the games. And they have some advice for kids who want to follow in their footsteps. Let's hear from them now.
It was crazy. I've been dreaming of this moment for a long time now, and last time I was 100th off the podium, which was soul crushing, I'm not gonna lie. So to be up there and to win that race and then to do it with Gretchen for Team USA, it's unbelievable. When I look down and get to hold this, it's just crazy. This is real, and I don't know what else to say. I feel like I'm being redundant, but it's just so surreal.
High bar is a scary event, it's easy to miss. But before, I think about all the people behind me. I knew I had the whole U.S. behind me. I knew I had these 5 guys cheering me on, and I knew I wanted to do the best routine possible for them. When you feel that, deep in your heart, it happens, and you stick that landing. You just played a big role in helping us get to where we're trying to go.
I just wanted to swim a time that I would be really happy with, and that was, and it's never easy to win a gold medal, so I don't take it for granted, and I'm just trying to take it day by day.
It's always awesome to win a medal coming out there with the silver. I think just chasing your dreams and never giving up is really the key to everything. We've been through a lot of ups and downs, a lot of injuries, times where, I've quit or thought about quitting, but just believing in myself, remembering that dream that I had as a 6-year-old girl that I wanted to go to the Olympics, I wanted to be up on that podium. Staying true to that little girl is really what got us here today. If you're watching this, if you're a little kid with a dream, keep going for it, because at the end of the day, you never know what's gonna happen. Just keep pushing for that dream and it could come true. And have fun doing it. Everything is better when you love what you do.
Just keep going. I mean, we all have been there. We all started somewhere, so it's pretty amazing to be on this stage at this point, and dreams can become a reality.
Dream big and always have fun in what you're doing, because you can achieve anything you want as long as you have a goal and you have fun and you love what you're doing.
If you want to make it to this level, you have to try really hard and put a lot of hard work into it, but people come from everywhere and have all kinds of success. Reach for the stars and you'll get the goals you want.
Keep it up, keep having fun. I've always had fun in this sport, so I appreciate everyone that's been a part of my journey.
Thank you for the cheers and the support, and you can accomplish anything you set your mind to.
We're always just proponent of sports in any way, whether it's rugby, whether it's other sports. Get out there, move your body, see what it's capable of, and see what you can be.
That is awesome, guys. Just a reminder, you can catch the Paris Olympic Games on NBC and streaming on Peacock. Well, that's going to do it for us from Paris. Parents, just a reminder, if your child has a question about any topic in the news, email a video to us at NightlyNewsKids@NBCUni.com, and we'll try to answer them in an upcoming episode. You can also follow us on Instagram @NightlyKids. Thanks for watching, and remember to take care of yourself and each other. So long.